Hello everyone, my name is Kayla. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a small book haul of books that I got either new or got from a used bookshop. So I'm excited with this one. So this first one I got from Value Village. It's actually a copy of Aragon. But what's special about this copy of Aragon is that it's in French. So for those of you who don't know, my goal in life is to learn another language. And obviously when you are educated in Canada, at least in Ontario where I was educated, you do learn French from grade 4 to grade 9. That's compulsory. And then after that you can decide to go into French if you'd like. But I didn't get to take French for grade 10, 11, and 12, which kind of sucked, but it is what it is. So I'm trying to learn it on my own. I believe I read half of Aragon in English, so maybe I should finish English first and then move on to this one. So this is a dragon-centered fantasy, and it's following, I can't read the book because it's in French, I'm so dumb. Anyway, so it's Aragon, it's dragon-centered fantasy, middle grade, really good. Next, this is also from Value Village. Value Village is apparently a great place to get books. So I didn't know this, but now I know this. Good. So the next I got is Beauty Queens by Libba Bray. So this is a retelling of Lord of the Flies by William Golding. So I'm remembering names today. Yay! Anyway, so it's following a group of beauty queens after they get crashed on an island. And it goes really intense and it's really, really good. I actually got this for an upcoming video because I was going to buy it brand new, but then when I saw it in Value Village, I was like, oh, it was just things coming together, you know what I mean? So I had to get it. Next is 2 books in a series. This is one that I've actually been eyeing for a while, but it came out quite a while ago too. So it's hard to say if I'm still going to enjoy it as much as I would have loved to before. So that is Aurora Rising by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. So I have the first 2 books in the series, and the next is, dropping stuff, Aurora Burning. So these 2 books, I'm hoping are really, really good, because first 2 in the series, right? I believe there's 3 or 4 if I remember correctly. Somebody can correct me, that's fine. So, set in the year 2380, graduating cadets of Aurora Academy are being sent into first mission. Star pupil Tyler Jones is ready to recruit the squad of his dreams, but is stuck with dregs nobody else wanted. Aww. I love this kind of story. I feel like there's going to be some found family stuff in here. I feel like there's going to be a lot of fun shenanigans. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be really good. So I'm excited for these first 2 books. Hopefully I like them, and if I do, I will purchase the 3rd one. So this I was kind of influenced to buy, and what I mean by kind of influenced is that I was talking to Faye from Books and Chocoholic on her Discord, and I was like, we should do a buddy read because we haven't done a buddy read since 2021, I think. So it's been a while, right? And she suggested some books she wanted to reread and stuff I hadn't read before, and we came down to the David Bad trilogy by S.A. Chakraborty. Look how pretty this book is. How can I'm gonna love this. I have to love this, right? Because I got the first 2 books in the series. I have to love it now, right? And they're chunky. They're well over 500 pages. So I'm hoping I really enjoy these, and obviously I can't read as fast as Faye, but I hope that I love these. It's one of her favorite series too. So I was we'll see how this goes. So I don't know too much about the series, not gonna pretend to. Oh, we got a con woman. Summons a Dara. Oh, a Djinn warrior. Okay. Oh, this sounds actually really good. Okay. I should have read more on it before I purchased it, obviously, but I really didn't. I was just trusting Faye. So, I'm really excited about these 2. I'm gonna read those in July. End of July, early August. And go from there. Okay, and then the next thing I wanted to get into is what I'm currently reading. So, I read quite a bit at the same time, which is probably why I'm kind of a slow reader. But I can't help it. I can't focus on one story at a time. it just takes away from my enjoyment. So reading like 3 or 4 things at a time, that's a sweet spot for me. Okay, so the things I'm reading currently, I'm like maybe 30% of the way through one of them, 10% through another, and it's just varying degrees of where I am in these books. So the first one I want to talk about is The Long Way to a Small and Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. So this is a favorite one that I hear all the time recommended to me because it's sci-fi, it's found family, it's beautiful, queer vibes, relationships and all that. And I just like, oh, I want to love it. And so far I'm about 12 to 15% of the way through. And I'm really liking it so far. I definitely feel the found family vibes. I see some queer representation. And I think it's hitting all the spots right now. So I'm really excited about it. And I definitely want it to be like a 5-star. But we'll see. I still don't know the whole thing's up yet. Because I'm not used to it. Anyway, so I hope this is really good. It's following this one character. Not that I can remember her name off the top of my head, of course. But she is running away from her old life. And she wants to create a new life out in space. And she comes in contact with this crew. Like she's hired onto this crew, actually. And she essentially is like the bureaucracy. And she like goes between them and like the crew. And so far, she's missing home, which is very sweet. Like she has this homesickness. And she's from Mars, apparently. Like, that's kind of cool. It's this whole thing. Anyway, I think it's really good so far, so I'm going to continue it and see where it leads me. Next, we have an unexpected one. So, if you didn't know, I'm a really big fan of manga. Like, my favorite manga of all time is probably Full Metal Alchemist. I've read the series multiple times. I have probably a couple videos on this channel of Full Metal Alchemist from a few years ago. And it's just a huge, huge deal to me. So I decided to try a new manga series, and it's called Claymore. Here we go. And the author is Narihiro Yagi. So this is actually interesting so far. So the first 2 volumes I gave 3 stars because they weren't very good. But the 3rd volume and the 4th volume have so far been like really good. So the 3rd volume I did give 4 stars because it's like really picking up. There's more characterization, there's more action, there's more emotion. In the first 2 volumes, it was kind of like, what are we doing here? But now it's just like, oh, we're here. Okay. So essentially there are these monsters called the Yoma, and they eat people. And then there's these claymores here that fight against the Yoma. But it turns out they're half Yoma themselves. They take the monster into their body so that they can fight the Yoma. And it has some devastating consequences on them, and it has some devastating consequences on everyone around them. And the Claymores are like this organization that go and hunt the Yoma. So it's very interesting so far. I don't want to give too much away. But, yeah, there's 27 volumes. I'm only on volume 4, so we'll see how this goes. Next, I'm reading a book for research purposes. So I'm writing a book about fairies. And I didn't know where I was going to go with it at first because fairies are very diverse, big topic. Like, where do you even go with that? Like, fairies is just so broad. So what I did is I got this book, Fairies: A Dangerous History by Richard Sugg, I think. Anyway, so I'm about 50 pages in. And this is like the historical and cultural background of fairies. And like their names, where they're from, cultures, all that kind of stuff. And so far it's really, really good. It's been really helpful. Like there's some things that I didn't even know about fairy lore that was like, should have been obvious to me, but like it's in the book. So like it's a good place to kind of get some information. Then the last thing I'm reading, this is the 4th thing I'm reading currently, is The Star Wars High Republic Light of the Jedi by Charles Soule. So this is really good. It's really, really good. So the thing about this book is that it's absolutely incredible, and it explores more into Jedi culture and what the Jedis really did in the universe before obviously they were destroyed by Order 66. And this was set like in the Golden Age, so like thousands of years before the events of Star Wars movies anyway. And I know there's quite a few books in this High Republic series, and like I'm really interested to get to them, but obviously I need to get through this book first. So essentially this starts with a disaster that comes from hyperspace, and they're trying to figure out what to do about it. That's very basic on what's happening, but it's really, really good. I think I'm like 30% of the way through, if I remember correctly, because it's like a 300-page book. And I'm like page 158. And yeah, really good. I love the Star Wars universe, like, first of all. And it's really great for sci-fi. Like, it's just like one of the best sci-fi things ever. But I love that you can explore these kinds of things in other writings. That's something that I love about having an entire universe of books and series and shows and movies, that you can enjoy it so much more than just having just the movies and having such a limited amount of exploration. So let me know down below, what are you currently reading? Is there anything that you think is going to be like a new favorite? Like, I love that certain times of the month and the year you just find this new favorite and you're just like, wow, how could I not have known about this before? So yeah. And I think that's everything. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.